Winter is one of the hardest seasons for backyard birds to survive. It's also when most people make the biggest bird feeding mistakes. Today, I'll walk you through 9 of the most common mistakes I see, plus share a bonus tip with you at the end. I'll also share the simple fixes that will keep more birds coming to your yard this winter. Mistake number 1, waiting too late to start. A lot of people don't put feeders out until the snow is already on the ground. By then, many flocks have already moved on. Birds are smart. They remember the reliable food sources. If you wait too long, you miss the chance to become part of their winter routine. But here's the truth. The best results come when you feed year-round. Feeding in spring and summer brings different species, but it also helps during nesting season. And it makes your yard a trusted spot before winter even arrives. Year-round feeding means healthier birds and better results when the cold hits. Mistake number 2, using the wrong feeders for winter. Another big mistake is using the wrong type of bird feeder. Open trays or shallow dishes get soaked with snow and rain. That seed clumps up, freezes, and it goes bad fast. The fix? Use feeders that protect food, like a fly-through with a roof, weather guards like domes, or hoppers with covers. And make sure they're easy to clean. Quick clean bases and simple designs go a long way. If you've ever had seed freeze solid inside a feeder, you know how frustrating that can be. Mistake number 3, relying only on suet. Suet is fantastic. It's packed with fat and energy, and it mimics the insects birds rely on in warmer months. But suet mainly benefits insect-eating birds like woodpeckers, chickadees, and nuthatches. So if that's all you put out, seed-eating birds like finches, sparrows, and grosbeaks will be left with nothing. And the quality really matters. Cheap suet is often full of filler or low-grade fat. It crumbles, it can melt, or birds just won't touch it. We hear it all the time in our store. Customers try the cheap suet first, then they come back shaking their heads because the birds ignored it. As soon as they switch to the good suet, the feeders are busy again. The fix? Use quality suet, but balance it with good seed. That way every bird in your yard finds what it needs. By the way, we just passed 1,000 subscribers right here on the channel, and that absolutely blows me away. Thank you for being part of this little bird feeding community. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button now, because we've got lots more tips and stories coming your way. Mistake number 4, using the wrong seed and not switching for the season. Seed quality matters more in winter than any other season. Cheap mixes are full of byproducts, things like red millet and oats. It looks like food, but the birds just won't eat it. They just toss it to the ground. And here's what's happening right now. Sunflower prices are on the rise, so cheap mixes are cutting corners. More filler, less nutrition, and a worse value for you. Those messy blends don't just waste money. They rot under the snow, they grow mold, and mold is dangerous for birds. The fix is simple. Choose clean, high-quality seed like black oil sunflower, sunflower chips, or no-mess blends that get eaten completely. And don't forget, winter birds need higher fat and protein, so make sure your blend is right for the season. Mistake number 5, forgetting water. This one surprises people. Food isn't the only thing birds need in the winter. Liquid water is just as important, and not only for drinking, but they also bathe in the winter. It looks funny the first time you see it, a chickadee splashing in icy water, but it's natural and it's safe. Bathing keeps feathers clean, insulated, and waterproof. If you've ever seen birds crowding around a puddle in the middle of winter, you know how desperate they can get. The fix? A heated bird bath or a simple de-icer. That one change can transform your yard into a true winter refuge. Mistake number 6, putting feeders in hard-to-reach locations. Winter maintenance is tough. Snow piles up, seed freezes, and feeders get icy. If your feeders are tucked away where you can't shovel a path or stuck in a corner you can't get to, they're going to be neglected. Here's a great hack. Use large seed cylinders. They're packed with nutrition, they're weather stable, and they last a long time without needing to be changed. Pair them with simple low-maintenance feeders. That way, even in the worst weathers, your birds never miss a meal and you don't miss a step. Mistake number 7, not preparing for critters. Critters are a year-round challenge, but in winter, they get even more determined. Squirrels, rats, and mice will all push harder for food when times are tough. And once they're hooked on your feeders, it's a lot harder to deter them. The fix? Plan ahead. Use squirrel-proof feeders, add baffles, and place feeders smartly before the critters become a problem. If you've ever tried battling squirrels midwinter, you know how tough it can be. Mistake number 8, inconsistent feeding. This mistake ties back to mistake number 1. Birds don't just stumble on feeders by accident. They test and remember which spots are reliable. If you fill a feeder one week, then let it sit empty the next, birds learn not to depend on it. Year-round consistency is the most important thing. Even if you can't fill your feeder all the way, a little bit each day is better than a lot at once followed by nothing. Consistency builds trust, and that's when birds stick with you through the whole season. Mistake number 9, not providing the right shelter. Exposed, windy feeders are harder for birds to use, and feeders too close to windows increase the risk of collisions. The fix is placement. Keep feeders about 10 to 12 feet from cover like shrubs or trees. Close enough for shelter, far enough for safety. And here's a quick bonus mistake. People forget that seed storage matters too. Leaving seed bags open in the garage or shed can let in moisture and critters. That leads to mold, clumping, and wasted food. The fix? Keep seed in a dry, sealed container. That way it stays fresh and safe for your birds all season long. Feeding birds in winter should be rewarding, not frustrating. Avoid these mistakes and you'll see more species and healthier flocks all season long. If you like this video, check out my video on the top 5 bird feeding mistakes. That one has been our most popular video yet, and it's packed with advice that works in every season. Hit subscribe if you haven't already and join our growing community. Have you ever made one of these mistakes yourself or seen someone else do it? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.